decimals. And the little subheading under decimals is adding and subtracting them. Adding slash subtracting. And there is one big phrase that pays that we use for adding and subtracting decimals, and that would be this: write this in ginormous letters as best you can. When you add or subtract decimals, you line up the decimals. It's a really, really, really simple procedure here. For example, and I think the book will line them up mostly for you, but I'll write one. There's one here. 4.2 plus, they have 2.65. You have to be careful with decimals when you have numbers at decimals because you're used to lining up addition problems so that the right sides are what we call right justified, where everything lines up over there. With decimals, you have to be careful because that's not always going to be the case because you have to follow this rule. And this rule says this. I start just like I normally do. I have 4.2. Once you have that decimal there, ladies and gentlemen, every decimal has to line up with it from there on. So when I get to my 2.65, the decimal in 2.65 has to line up on that same line, 2.65. And you're always allowed to add 0, so if it bothers you that there's more places over there, I have no idea why that won't write. What do you think I can do? Try to erase it. That's a good eraser. Try that 5 one more time, just so it looks good. And in addition to that, on that same line is where your decimal is going to be in your answer. So everything has to line up when you add and subtract. 5 plus 0 is 5, 6 plus 2 is 8, and 4 plus 2 is 6. 6.85. Okay. I see a lot of people do this, they go 4.2 and then they'll add 265, and like I said, think that the right sides have to line up. No, it's not like normal addition. You have to put those decimals all in a row. Same thing with subtraction. Here's a subtraction problem. Example, where's it at? 6.75 minus 4.5. 6.75 minus 4.5. You write that out. Start with your 6.75. Now everything from there on needs to line up with that decimal. So when I do minus 4.5, 4.5. Again, feel free to add zeros if you like. And there's your subtraction problem. 0 from 5 is 5, so 5 from 7 is 2. Don't forget to put your decimal and your answer on that same line. 6 minus 4 is 2. Kind of see the gist of that? You gotta remember you have to line those decimals up. Let me give you one for you to try here. How about this one? 5.37 minus 1.6. 1.6. Go ahead and do that decimal subtraction problem for me. Do that decimal subtraction problem for me. Carter Westfall, you came up with what?
3.77.
Now let's see, I haven't done it yet, so we'll see. So 5.37 0.37. Everything has to line up with that decimal from here on in, so now it's minus 1.6, I put your 0 there. 7, borrow, 13.7.3, 3.77. Anybody have any issues, problems, concerns, worries, frustrations, anxieties about this? No? Good.